Hola guys and girls, and welcome for the locker room meeting for GBA week 5. 6? 6.
Yes.
Week 6. Our opponent is Frosted and the Copenhagen Sawsbucks. I remember that, but I'm kind of confused with the weeks as the season goes on, as per usual. But of course I'm not alone. Of course, my good friend and assistant coach will correct me right there. Frank is here with me as well. Say hello to the people.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to another strategy meeting reunion thing.
There we go. That's what we're doing here. And we are looking at the screen already at the matchup with the Copenhagen Sawsbucks. But before we do that, of course, this time I don't need to be reminded by my beautiful assistant coach. This time I gladly talk about last week's match because I won. We won versus the Atlanta Victinis, and mainly due to Clough weakening the Scizor with a surprise endeavor for my opponent, and then Cresselia just doing Cresselia things. First time it's Terra Fairy, and it's already sweeping the opponents with Calm Mind. So looking forward to using Cresselia to that extent in future matches as well, and of course Clough as well. So that's basically what happened last week.
Yep.
Clough plus
Fantastic,
Cresselia,
man.
unstoppable combo.
It was beautiful to watch, and it's nice that the prep finally pays off, right? You got the idea of the endeavor, and then we got the Cresselia plans that we did and it worked. It's just worked, and it feels good.
It's perfect. It's just worked, and now we definitely know what to do in future weeks, like this one, for example. But now, looking at this matchup, we see Iron Bundle, we see Talonflame, Zorok, Hisuian, the Hydreigon, Landorus T, the Quillfish Hisuian, Breloom, Magnezone, Diancie, Avalok Hisuian, a lot of Hisuian ones here, and the Slowbro. One thing to mention, Frosted did actually change up this week a few mons. Hisuian Lilligant, another Hisuian mon on the team, got dropped because it missed too often with Hustle and got replaced by Breloom.
Fair enough.
And I think that's the only mon which changed, and then the Terra Captain changed, which is pretty big for us, Frank. What did change Terra-wise?
The Terra Captain is especially nasty against us because it changed the Terra Captains from Lilligant that has been dropped, and the Hydreigon for Dr. Poison. It changed it to Iron Bundle, and the final result is that bundle was Water and Electric. Now, Water and Electric, all around nice coverage, and against our team, which we were planning at the beginning to use Volcanion to stop Iron Bundle, then, things changed. Changed.
They changed fast. Now he has a Terra Electric bundle, and that's a big problem because obviously that hits our Volcanion super effectively. Barring we Terra into grass, but then the Ice Move hit us super effectively. So not really a good check anymore. And I'm already messaged Frosted because that change looked like it was specifically made for our matchup, because I can't imagine any other way in which you want to be Terra Electric bundle over Terra Ice, because you have obviously Freeze Try to hit the water types already. Why would you not be want to Terra in that? But so strategic Terra change, specifically for us, troublesome indeed, but we have cooked something up. But of course, bundle, due to that, the biggest threats by far. We have multiple months trying to deal with that, keep that in range. But of course, there are some other threats on the team as well. The Breloom, I'm not too worried about. Actually, it being slower than the Lilligant helps us a little bit with speed here, so we take that. Hisuian Zorok, of course, can do illusion shenanigans, but if we get hazards up early, we should be able to tell apart which is which, barring it on turn 1, which Frost actually likes to do. He likes to lead with Hisuian Zorok, but disguising it mainly as bundle potentially, or something else, so we will have to deal with that. And then, of course, Hydreigon is a problem, Landorus is always annoying, Slowbro is annoying to break. Magnezone I'm not too worried about because we have a Threats which resists dual stab, we have potential Volt Absorb Palmet which resists dual stab, and then Talonflame, which is a bulky Talonflame, is just a dead stop to Enamorus because we don't have coverage to hit it. I actually used Talonflame that way myself already to stop an Enamorus, so gonna be troublesome to use that, but of course the bundle is a big problem.
100%.
So let's go over our team, and these are the 6 we decided to bring. We have Salamence, Palmont, Volcanion, Iron Threads, the Cresselia, and first time appearing for the Borussia Donphan is Tornadus I, Mr. Junior, and with this we have used every mon in our squad. So that we did that already, have a check mark on that. Now we only have to win the season, and we got everything we wanted to do. But Frank, lead us up with the first one, which is Cresselia.
The Cresselia, there it is, the new Captain Cresselia with a Fairy type comes back in, and it comes back once again with a Calm Mind. It seems to have worked very nice last week, so we decided to bring it once again with a Bolt Beam coverage, right? which is universally good. And we do have some, some spread. It's almost max HP and almost max speed. But we do these numbers make sense, right? Because the first number is to just it's just to outspeed Adam and Breloom. So we always are able to just set up on it or just kill it if it's a low amount of HP with the Ice Beam. And then we also have enough speed def with that 12% speed def we got in the HP. So we're not 3-hit KO'd by Ice Beam from Bundle. Again, we're gonna see this throughout the Pokemons, that most of the things have Bundle in mind.
Yeah, Cresselia just overall bulky mon. We don't, since most of her offensive mons, like the Hydreigon, like the Bundle, like I don't know, some other mons. These are the big two. They're mainly specially offensive. There are not that many physical threats. The only real physical threat is like Landorus, Talonflame. Talonflame we expect to be bulky. Landorus, of course, this Cresselia can deal with that. So this is the only real mon which has Phys-Def investment. The other than will all have special investment, like for example the next one I'm going to talk about, which is the Pawmod. The Dragapults Pawmod with the Punching Glove, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Mark Punch, all boosted by that. Revival Blessing, of course, because we have a Pawmod Revival Blessing. Why would you not use it? It's basically 7th mon. Punching Glove, of course, makes sure that we, for one, have boosted attacks, and secondly, we do not care about Flame Body on Talonflame potentially. We do not get burnt. Potential Rocky Helmets don't hurt us as well, which is pretty nice. And the spread you can see right here is max attack, of course. So we hit extra hard, enough speed to outspeed a max speed Landorus. Not a max speed Hydreigon, sadly, but for that we have Mark Punch to hit it either way to the strongest. No, I think Ice Punch would be maybe a bit harder, but either way. We need this SPDF, we decided that we need this SPDF because we are Volt Absorb, so we can for one potentially switch in onto a Terra Blast Electric Iron Bundle, which is for sure coming with us, as we already talked about it. It's basically only for us in this league.
Yes.
And with this SPDF investment we have, we actually take one Hydro Pump from Iron Bundle, if it's not boosting item. It's just Timid, max speed, max special attack. We take one Hydro Pump, so we can comment on electric move, take a Hydro Pump, and do good damage in return with either Ice Punch, Mark Punch, or even just use the chance to Revival Blast something. So yeah, already one of the mons, or the second mon, which has specific investment to deal with the bundle.
Yep.
Next up is gonna be the Salamence, Frank. This looking like very offensive. What's this for?
You know, we are trying to do things with Salamence, right? It's been some rough weeks for Salamence, it's true. And the last week it could have done a little bit more, right? Against the... not last week, I think. Was it last week? The one that we faced the...
Yeah, last week you could have done more,
Corviknight? Yes.
Yeah, died to Ben Corviknight.
Exactly. So for that Fire Blast miss last week, you could have done more, and we are decided to do more this week. And what are we bringing? Just a Dragon Dance classic Salamence? Is it? No. We have Hydro Pump. And why do we have Hydro Pump? Well, it is to hit the Landorus, right? We want something to always hit that. In fact, we have the enough outspeed to just outspeed the max speed Landorus, right? If it's not boosting item. Scarf, that is. And, always, since we outspeed it, we again have enough special attack with 52 if is to just one-shot it with a well-hit Hydro Pump on that Landorus. It's just Okos. If it's offensive, classic Oko, we get even a free Moxie, and we're starting to look good. And it's supported by another mon that we didn't say on the team, in which Salamence could bring a lot of destruction late game especially. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, Salamence here for the sweet potential with Dragon Dance, just awesome coverage overall. And yeah, with Moxie, we can get very fast out of hand after you get 1 or 2 kills, and of course it offsets the potential Intimidate on Landorus. Very nice offensive mon. And next up, let's talk about this partner we already mentioned, because it's time for Mr. Junior to make its debut with the safety goggles. There we go, the crowd is very pleased to see him. And with safety goggles, so we have a switch into a potential Spore from the Breloom, because we do not bring Brambleghast with the Flying type, and of course it resists the Grass and Fighting moves, so we can switch in there. If anything, because of Brambleghast, I think Aerial Ace will be there as coverage and Knock Rock Tomb, so she has something to hit that. So we can at least freely switch in a few times. We are of course not that bulky, but bulky enough. And yeah, max speed to outspeed Hisuian, not Hydreigon. That doesn't exist. Hisuian Zoroark. And yeah, mainly why this is... why this is a good partner for these elements is because Tailwind, because we do not need to potentially get a Dragon Dance. If we get a Tailwind up and get Salamence in, it's a bad time for our opponent. We getting kills left and right, we get Moxie boosts here and there, and basically it's all for our opponent potentially, depending on how weakened the mons are. So yeah, very much looking forward to that. Then as coverage, we have Bleakwind Storm, just overall good stab, a little bit more accurate than the Hurricane. Potential speed drops can be very nice because once the bundle, for example, Terra Electrics, it resists our flying moves. It might want to switch in on the Hurricane, but after we hit it with the Bleakwind Storm, it's actually slower than us, and we can go for Sludge Bomb versus that, U-turn, all the shenanigans. Sludge Bomb there is not to hit anything specific. Basically, we mainly expect the Diancie to be a check to us, and we don't really have good coverage versus that because both Grass Knot and Chilling Water don't do enough damage because they're weak base power. So the best thing we can hope for is like a Sludge Bomb poison with Sludge Bomb, so we have that. And yeah, we don't have Heat Wave for the Magnezone, which basically walls our set, but like I already mentioned, Magnezone, I don't really expect it to come. We do have a Spidef, not really Spidef, but Spidef bulky, what you call Palmet already. We do have Treads as well, which you can see later on. So yeah, I think we can deal with that even without the Heat Wave.
Yeah, plus the idea of Tailwind works fantastic with Salamence, but not only that, right? Volcanion is really strong with it, and even Treads as well. So having this support move, it just works so well against her team with his mons.
Yeah, it's just an awesome move to have. With Pranks, of course, we always do it first. Doesn't matter how fast the mons are in front of us. But yeah, next up, let's talk about this Droid Fan, Frank. What is this fear for?
Yeah.
What is the EVs?
As you can see, we had a Passion Berry Droid Fan with a lot of speed, a little bit of speed def, well, quite a bit of speed def. And we do have this speed. This is to outspeed max speed Hydreigon. We always want to be faster than that just in case, where we could knock it off soon, right? So it's always good, or even like speed on it before dying, get rocks before dying. Having that speed advantage is always great. And then we do have that Spadef, right? What do we want this Spadef for? This is Spadef to switch on Earth Power from Diancie, right? We intend to bring this Pokemon on Diancie to try to get the Earthquakes, to try to get rocks, or even speed, depending if the Diancie goes for rocks itself. So having that assurance that we'll be able to take the Earth Powers pretty well, it's just great. And we do have the Passion Berry, again, for the almighty bundle. We do have the Passion Berry to just take one Hydro Pump at full HP. And maybe just quickly KO it with Earthquake, or just knock off the boosting item as well. So that's the idea of the Droid Fan.
Yeah, once again, another mon with Spadef invested, and this time an item even to deal with the bundle. As you can mention, the bundle was kind of a problem, especially after the Terra thing. Before that, we only had Volcanion and we're fine, but now we have to, allocate a lot of resources to deal with that mon.
Yeah.
But, next up, and it is the last mon. Yeah, we got Volcanion. There we go. Still there. Bulky's still there to deal with the bundle, because we have like a lot of mons which can switch into Terra Blast Electric, but of course we still need mons which can switch into the Ice and Water moves. And there Volcanion comes into play with the Spadef in the Assault Vest right here. We are not too hitted by a Terra Blast Electric from a non-boosted bundle, so only like if it's Boots or Scarf or something like that, or maybe some kind of Resist Berry, we can take the hits very well. And Steam Eruption Flamethrower, Focus Blast, Terra Blast, because we are Terra Grass right here, which we might want to Terra depending on how the game goes. Potentially Terra Fairy, Cresselia is better to take better the hits from the Zorak, for example. But here it's we are not sure which we want to Terra from the start. Depends on the matchup a lot and how the game goes. So we have both, and then we have Terra Blast with Terra Blast Grass, because that way we can hit the Slowbro for very good damage. Because the def Slowbro is, for example, a Sword Vest or something could be a very good check to our Volcanion, switch into Steam Eruption Flamethrower very freely. And Focus Blast there is for the potential other check the Volcanion could have in the Hydreigon, because that does even with Spadef Hydreigon, we easily 2-hit that. Only scary part, of course, is hitting Focus Blast. But we already missed so many Steam Eruptions, we are not going to miss Focus Blast as well.
It's about time we got some a little bit of luck, or at least nothing, at least no bad luck.
Yeah, that's what we asked you for. The speed that you see right here is there for anything which wants to speed creep and no speed Cresselia. Then we have 1 point faster than that, and basically it's just there. So all the slower ones are not faster than our Volcanion, and we can deal good damage to that with our coverage moves. But that's basically the team. Like you mentioned, deal with bundle, deal somehow with the rest, because the rest is not as threatening, and then go in with Salamence in late game, be it with DD or Tailwind. That's basically the idea of this team. And looking forward to the match tomorrow. I hope you are as well. But that's basically the squad. If you enjoy the squad, definitely leave a like, especially for Mr. Junior here, who's making his debut for the Borussia Donphan. He's very nervous already, so if you have some nice words for him in the comments, he would really appreciate it. But that's basically all from us. Frank, any last words for the team or for the fans out there?
Yeah, I hope you just keep supporting us. Let's see if we can get a win streak coming, right? Get those lost matches that we got, that we lost before recovered. And we're gonna have a tough opponent. She's not doing too well, Frost on the league, and she just made the bundle just for us. So that means she's going all in. We have to be very careful with that. I think Lars, I'll be trusting you. Everyone will be trusting you for the next battle. And let's keep that good momentum going. Maybe we can do something with it.
Let's keep it going. One thing to mention, of course, this is an away game, so Frosted is extra motivated to win this game, to get this extra point. And we're just hoping to get the extra points with this element sweep, basically. That's what the team is here for. Maybe something this on the edge. But no home points for us. But that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Be excited for the match tomorrow. I will see you there. Ciao.
Goodbye.